Seagulls. Seagulls. So that's David Lloyd, and I'm Cari Champion, and this is Coast to Coast. Yes. I'm leaving.
We're in the right place.
Today is my last day here. When we're here, there's such good energy. I miss you.
We're going to start with a hug. Okay, there we go.
I miss you already. I love you. I miss you. How do you feel about that?
I miss you, and you're standing right next to me.
No, I miss him already. I'm heading back home, and you know who else is heading back home?
Who?
Kevin Durant.
That's right.
The same place he did not want to play.
Right.
So we'll talk about that, his relationship with D.C., that whole going home thing. Not so much with him.
Yeah. Yes. A.J. Green knocked off his perch. He's not the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL anymore. That position belongs to a former.
This one, Pierce. How are you, my friend?
There we go.
All right. Let's talk about what seems to be all of the news. Business is booming for that young man. He made a lot of money. Tell me why this was a good move for the Steelers.
Well, I mean, with their offense.
All right. They locked in another member of the Killer Bees, that be Le'Veon Bell. We just heard Jeremy Fowler talking about it. This is interesting. They didn't have the same situation that Dallas had a few years back when it was you know what I'm talking about, right? DeMarco Murray and Dez Bryant. Why is it, though, and he said it's a pass-happy league, why is it, though, that the running back isn't as valuable as the wideout?
With the defense that they face each and every week with Baltimore.
Get a big payday eventually?
I do. I think I just do process.
Healthy.
It's just
right. What do you think will happen?
I think we're all non-committal after the season, after a loss, right?
Why, though?
Well, you know what?
Why not feel like I want to come? Where else would he go?
It's not that. It's what you feel physically. It's the wear and tear on your body that you deal with, Cari, that I don't think a lot of people understand. And here's a guy, Big Ben. Each and every year, we put up a board, right? And we're saying,
get some coffee. I'm a little tired. How you feel?
I'm feeling good, but you know, I'm feeling the white. I got my Chucks on today. You got the white dress on today. We're clean today.
We coordinated. All right. Antonio Pierce will be back with us a little later on. David, over to you. I mean, when you play basketball, should you tie your shoes? You would think, right?
You should tie the shoes.
We've had a couple of these instances in which people will either they stop to tie their shoe and then they lose the. Remember that one? Explain yourself.
Yes. Yeah, we had that problem.
Here we go. Like. Here you go. Like, is it that tied all the way? How does that happen?
I don't understand. You know what?
You got to get back on defense. He doesn't have time.
I would take Kevin Durant with one shoe. If he could only play with one shoe the whole game.
So the ref doesn't say, "Hey, we got a problem." No.
No, I don't think you can stop it for that.
You can't stop it for losing a shoe?
No, absolutely not.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, you know, Kevin Durant, I don't know if you heard about this.
His sneakers tied.
It's tied. You got that. Okay, good. David with the eagle eye. Kevin Durant, speaking of, is heading home. Conquered that part of his life. For more on Katie's return to D.C., we head to D.C. That's where we find our very own Mike Wise. Is that a new blazer? What are we rocking here?
Nordstrom Rack. They took care of me, Cari.
Yeah, you look spiffy. Even though that's not what we're talking about. So Kevin Durant comes home tonight. Talk to me about his complicated relationship with that city. More Coast to Coast on the way. I don't know where my anchor went. He disappeared. In studio by myself. Feels like it's LA. We're back in a moment.
Welcome in, David Lloyd, Cari Champion here with you. Here's the deal. You run a fast 40 and you could win an island. We'll dive into the new offer from Adidas that could spice up the combine. Yes, you set the time, the record time in the 40, and Adidas is going to buy you an island. They don't say where the island's going to be. It could be like in Canada or something.
Or
some sort of an island.
It's just some piece of some sort. Okay, guess what?
What?
If I say, how's business, what do you say?
Booming.
How about that, David?
I loved it. We all love that open, don't we?
Yeah, Jeremy's first rule of thumb, the camera is always on, even when it's not on.
Yeah, my man. Do you feel you feel like you have to compete?
Yeah, no, I do not.
You don't feel that need?
I will surrender to Jeremy.
Oh, all right.
I will be the judge.
All right, well,
10.
You can go like this. Duh. You don't want to. All right, a little bit. All right, so Merrill Hodge here, keeping it funky as well. Antonio Brown, business is booming. We got Bell taken care of. What does that mean for Big Ben?
Well, listen.
Okay, so you all have had this conversation. Yeah, big hunting buddies. Okay, you've had this conversation in theory. If you had to take a guess, without him, I don't want you to betray any type of confidence, but if you had to take a guess, do we see him come back? Big Ben as he slows down. So this was maybe a sign. Okay, I've probably just got a few more years left. Talk to me about, speaking of value, in your opinion, who's more valuable, Brown or Bell in that offense? Yeah, to say the least. All right, so Merrill Hodge, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's always good to see you two in person.
Yeah, I know, not over in L.A., dang it.
I know. Thank you for that. So he said it's not fantasy football. Yeah, we know that. It's the idea.
Well, kind of it is right now.
Talk about it, from your experience.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to be interesting? You go through a lot. It was almost a year ago, and I just didn't envision myself there. I went there, and obviously Chicago Bears. Walter Payton was my favorite player, so I was like, this is like a kid's dream come true.
Right,
the Steelers are my favorite team.
Yeah.
Walter Payton's my.
His age, the money that he's made, do you think that he'd be willing to go somewhere probably to a good team and be a second option, or does he want to start?
Carrie, that's
You never know. All right, Merrill Hodge, thank you so much for joining us with the breaking news. We'll be back in just a few moments, but before we do, David, apparently I'm sending it over to you.